One of the hardest things to do, whether you're an artist or a content creator or an entrepreneur, is to stare into a blank page and try to fill it with some kind of brilliance. And there's many books that teach us how to channel our creativity and to bring forth that brilliance within us. However, books like Steal Like an Artist showcase to us that it's okay to borrow from other places who have already done something well. And certainly when it comes to our digital marketing, if we are looking to create some kind of campaign or product, it serves us to be able to look and see what the rest of the marketplace is doing so that we can figure out where we should position ourselves within that. And so today I want to show you a really simple way that I create swipe files using a Gmail account. So a swipe file is when you see an advertisement or you buy a product and you go, you know what? I normally don't buy something like this. This was really good copy. They really targeted me in the right way. And so you swipe that, you take the URL, you take some screenshots, and you send it to your Gmail account so that you can reference it later. So one of the things that I like to do with my Instagram account is subscribe to all of the hashtags that are relevant to my business and relevant to my audience. And then anytime I see an ad pop up that I think is interesting, has interesting copywriting or an interesting ad design, maybe it has an interesting landing page, I will hit the bookmark button on Instagram. That tunes and tells the Instagram algorithm to bring me more content like this. And so I start to get a lot of ads that are of a similar category. And then I read through all of those, to understand what other people in the marketplace are offering my customers, but two, to understand as kind of a mirror, I can see myself in some of these products and see how I could find new language that might allow me to pitch what I'm doing in a better way. So I'm going to share my screen and just show you what I'm talking about. So basically what I do is anytime I see something on Instagram that I think is an interesting ad, I will take a screenshot of it. Oftentimes this is on my phone. So you can see here was an ad, how to build a virtual law firm and why you should. So I swiped this because I was like, you know what? This is an interesting piece of content if I ever end up working with a lawyer or somebody in the legal industry as a client. One, I may want to buy this course, but two, it was an interesting way to present their course. So you can see I took a screenshot of the things that were relevant to me. I thought it was interesting that they weren't going into a landing page. They were just doing an Instagram V-card ad. And so I just wrote a quick comment that said, so few words, so effective. And you can see as the subject, I wrote swipe, and then I wrote dead simple virtual legal practice funnel. Because basically it was this ad, you click the download button, and then it goes directly to a screen where you enter your email, and that was it. And then you got the email. So one of the things that we can do is, I didn't do it with this one, but let's say that I had actually signed up for this account. What I could have done is I could have signed up with a addition to my Gmail. So any Gmail account allows you to put a plus sign here and then any keyword. So I could put +legal, and who is John Ray plus legal at gmail.com is in Gmail's eyes, it's the same email address as whoisjohnray at gmail.com. It's just a way to categorize some of my emails. So what I could do is I could go to this funnel, I could put in whoisjohnray plus legal at gmail.com, enter that as my email. I would start to get all of the emails from this funnel so that in the future, if I ever want to model something like this, I'll have all of the emails. I'll be able to see what their entire campaign looked like. But I can create a filter to filter out any of those emails that are coming into Who is John Ray plus legal so that it doesn't bog down my inbox. However, when I'm ready to work with a law firm or to use this as a model for something that I might do, I can just search out this email, or I can just type in subject swipe, and you can see I've got all of the different ads and things that I thought were interesting. So we could click on, and then I've got little keywords to help me find them. So we could click on this and see what this is. Let me just make this window a little bit smaller. So this was a landing page that had some copy that I thought was interesting. And you know, what you can do when you're trying to build out a product is you can start to mimic other people's copy. So, you know, whatever your product is, if you see some good sales copy, you can copy and paste all of this into a Google document and then line by line rewrite this copy for your own product. So you don't want to plagiarize and steal the copy, but the structure of the copy is fair game, and that's what that's why we're swiping, because we're looking for content structure that helps us understand how we can position ourselves. So my product may be massage therapy, or it might be a psychic reading, and so that doesn't have anything to do with Story Sales Machine. However, I can still borrow the structure of this website because this is an ad that has been running for a long time on Instagram, so I can assume that they're having some level of conversion success. So maybe I, you know, copy some of this. I, you know, create some kind of a Google document, paste it in there, and then just line by line, instead of saying, I'm Bill, I've been writing story-based emails and email sequences since 2005. Maybe I say, I'm John. I've been a digital marketing expert and spiritual consultant since 2007. You know, and I could find my own kind of funny way to poke fun at that. The idea is that you want to practice getting better. So Hunter S. Thompson used to talk about how he would take his typewriter out. I believe he was living in Cuba at the time. And in order to get in the rhythm and flow of a best-selling, earth-shattering novel, he would bring out The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And on his typewriter, he would open the book and he would type out The Great Gatsby on his typewriter verbatim, just to get his body, his hands, his mind, and his spirit in the rhythm of writing a profound novel. And that's what we can do when it comes to our swipe files, is we can start swiping interesting content in our industry or that represents things that our clients might like. So maybe I am looking to create a mastermind for myself, and so I could click on this, and we can look at their course. As you watch others land clients and gain popularity, you think, damn it, that should be me. So this is some striking copy, and so I could play off of this by saying, okay, maybe I have a headline, and then I have what my audience is thinking, because if we're breaking this down into the mechanism that makes this work, this first line, what the structure of that is saying is they're pointing out something that is in their prospect's mind. So they know that people are watching their competition get more popular, and then in their mind the sentiment is, damn it, that should be me. You know, they're playing on kind of that jealousy factor that shows up for us emotionally. So then they're anchoring in basically that what you're doing now, you know what you're doing now isn't what you're supposed to be doing. They're saying your vision isn't to work a few hours a day from a coffee shop. It's not to make 50,000 a year. It's not to fiddle around with this freelancing thing until you finally go in-house. Nope, you're a badass. No boss could hold you down. And it's time the world felt the force of your awesome. So they're speaking to freelancers who know that they could be doing more. And then there's just a quick call to action. So this could be something that you model for something totally different than copywriting. But the idea is that instead of having to sit down to a blank page, just copy and paste this into a blank page and then rewrite this for you. And it will get you out of that creative writing block and into the structure and flow of what a good campaign feels like. And one of the things that has been so beneficial for me as a consultant is to have thousands and thousands of swipe files that I've collected over the years that I can now reference anytime a client contacts me about their business. So here's a self-growth course that I swiped, and you can see I took a screenshot of some of the stuff that I thought was interesting. They had basically a quiz that you could take when you clicked on the ad, and you basically answered a series of questions, and then they had different content based on how you answered those questions. So that's an interesting idea. I might want to play around with some kind of a quiz, and so my quiz is not going to look anything like this one, but when I'm thinking about what would be best for my new project or what would be best for my client, going through my swipe file and having it all in my Gmail account makes it super easy for me to just, anytime I see an ad, I copy the URL, I email it to myself, I take some screenshots that I think are relevant to why I felt it was a good ad or a good landing page. I put swipe in the subject line so that it will come up when I search subject swipe, and then I put any keywords that are relevant because with thousands of swipe emails, maybe I have a client, who is a Christian, and so this is the only thing that I've swiped with that keyword. But if it was something like sales, I have all of these swipe pages around how to improve sales or how to get more sales or how to be a good sales coach. So I have plenty of stuff that I could swipe for some kind of a sales training, or writing copy like that. But again, the product doesn't really matter because what we're trying to do is give ourselves an excuse to get out of our head and create a canvas, like a focus of our attention. So this one I swiped high ticket sales. I took a screenshot of some of the copywriting. When we click on this website, let's see what comes up. So, are you ready to learn to boost sales without fancy funnels or complicated webinars? So, again, you could copy and paste this and rewrite it for whatever your product is. So maybe the idea that I get from this swipe is, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if my headline should be a question. And of course, the question is showcasing, I know what your concerns are. You don't want to have to build a fancy funnel. You don't want to have to build a complicated webinar. So the question, anytime we're asking a question, we're bringing up certain pain or information in the prospect's mind. So again, having a swipe file is a way for you to be able to always have something that you can reference when you're brainstorming new ideas. And it makes it very easy for you to write a new ad campaign because we need to be refreshing our ads at least every 30 days or they're going to get stale. Also makes it very easy for you to monitor what other products are in the marketplace so that as you think about your next product offering, you can always have inspiration for what that should be. So leave me a comment in the comment section and tell me how you keep a swipe file. What do you do? And are you going to open up a Gmail account and start sending the landing pages and ad copy that's relevant to you into that Gmail so that you can start to collect all of those things? Remember, take a screenshot of the things that are most important to you, because years down the line, that website may not be up anymore, but you'll still have the screenshot. And so I'm so thankful that I've been keeping a swipe file for years and years and years, because it gives me so much past information and inspiration to draw on. So I'm John Ray with awaken-entrepreneur.com. If you're looking to fine-tune your digital marketing and you need some accountability or some hand-holding, I've got a great little group where we meet every day. We go through what the most important thing that each person can be working on, and we make sure that any frustration or confusion is cleared up so that you can start your day right and get what you need to get done so that you can launch products, launch services, and never have to guess where your next client is coming from. So start keeping that swipe file. It's going to elevate your game. And remember, Hunter S. Thompson used to type out on a typewriter the entire novel, The Great Gatsby, so he could find the rhythm of what it felt like to write the next great American novel. And of course, many people think that Hunter S. Thompson did do that. So that was a technique that worked very well for him. And if we can practice other people's copy by writing it out by hand, by typing out what they're saying, by analyzing the structure of what they've written and why it works, we will become better copywriters, better salespeople, and ultimately make more money and serve more people. We'll see you soon. Bye.